Alright, hello everyone, this is G-Shock High Fashion Channel. Today I'm going to show to you guys on how to operate this G-Steel G-Shock watch before I proceed. I'm currently wearing my Golf Master Marine Blue series. Anyway, this is the GST-200 marble series in black and red colorway. And this guy operates on Casio 5475 module. So if your G-Steel G-Shock operates on the similar module, this video will be useful to you as well. Look at how gorgeous the back plate is though. Look at that. Oh, so awesome. So we're gonna have a look at 4-button operations only. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the adjust button as indicated on this bezel, of course. Mode button will be over here. Search light will be over here. Reverse and forward will be both of this button as well. So let's get into the watch face a little. So you can see now we have a lot of index in metal as well. It is slanted and is moved forward in like placed on the watch face as well. So the hours and the minutes and also the seconds hands could reach all the way to the index on this pair model, which is a nice thing to have in your watch, especially in analog digital model. So we're gonna have a look at more detail on the watch face, such as this curve ring over here, 3, 6, 10, indicating this graphics square animations on there, which is a barricade with this metal part as well. So you can see all those square thing over there. That's the graphics animation, which is gonna synchronize with this seconds counter over here and also the seconds hand. It will reach all the way to every 10 seconds. It will light on, it will light off again. This circle part over here will be used as indicator for the snooze, signal, or any alarm on or off, and that's about it. In the middle here, just a plain bar with Casio W20 bar written on there. Not too much going on over here, except for aesthetics. Down here is a dial, a sub dial for the mode indicator for this watch. Right now indicating at time. Next to it will be WT stands for world time, STW stands for stopwatch, and up here you cannot see it. There is a TMR stands for timer, and over here ALM stands for the alarm, and back to home time. That's pretty much it on this piece. Very simple watch actually. Only 1, 2, 3 display, and it's currently displaying day and also the time in digital, similar as the analog hands. And since this guy don't have the hand shift function in here, I couldn't show you guys what this pointer is indicating at. Unlike this model, however, just in case the hands is blocking your view, you could just press the light and hold it and press mode. It will move all of the hands out of your view so you can see this part and also this part of the watch. In this G-Steel, however, you don't have that function there, so if any of these hands is locating in this position or this position and it is blocking your view, you cannot do anything about it and just face it. So there's the downside of a G-Steel for this 200 series. Of course, as you guys see right now, the hour 7 minutes hand could glows in the dark, and if I press the light button, it will glows as well from the 6 o'clock position over there. There's a tiny square LED bar down there. Barely able to see it, but there is in there. The glass over here aren't sapphire. It is actually mineral glass, but it feels very solid already, so you don't have to worry about it, and you can see some scratch going on there already. Now at home time, what else we could do? If I press the light button and hold it instead, you could turn on the auto light for this watch. LT will appear down there. Look at that. So all lights now on. Just flat the watch like so and tilt it, and bam, look at that. Really gorgeous lighting. Okay, if I press the search button down here, nothing gonna happen. If I press and hold it also, nothing going to happen. Now let's press it just over here just once, and you can see now the watch will now displaying day, date, and time analog, of course. So day, dates depend on which one that you need the most. You can set it up, of course. Press it just for about 2 seconds to begin with the watch setup right away. Firstly, we need to set up the city home setting for this watch. Make sure this part is the closest to where you're living. In my case right now, I'm just gonna set it up to Tokyo time. It will display all that. ADL stands for this wherever it is. I'm gonna display it. If I'm not mistaken, Adelaide, somewhere in Australia. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's go back to TYO stand for Tokyo. Press mode now to swap to another setting, which is the DST as indicated on this upper display over there, and off, of course. in Tokyo we don't use any daylight saving time at all. So if you can't really use that, you're gonna need to leave it on manually on your own. Alright, press mode now. We'll go to 24-hour or 12-hour time format for this watch. I'm gonna use how about 24-hour? If I swap this to 12-hour, you can see that PM will appear over there. So indicating right now it's 3:10 PM. How about this with 24-hour time, 15:10 PM for hours. Press mode now. We'll go to the second setting. Just in case you want to make sure this part is synchronized with the seconds hands. Let's reset it back to 0. I'm gonna add a minute or so on that part. Press mode. You are able now to set the hours. Just in case this part aren't accurate at all. In my case, it is pretty much accurate already, I believe. So I'm not gonna change anything. You need to just use this reverse or forward button to add a minute or minus a minute, an hour or minus an hour, and such, you know. Press mode now. We'll go to the calendar setting, which is right now 2017. So far accurate. Now keep pressing mode for this month of December. This will be the date, 23rd of December 2017, which is fine to me. Of course, you could use this light or this search button over here to add a day or minus 1 day, a month, a year, and such. This watch had been programmed from the year 2000 all the year to 2099. Keep pressing mode now. We'll enter to the key tone. This will be the mute on or off type of thing. I could just press this search button down here and it will mute the watch, and the tiny logo will appear down there as well, just in case you couldn't see. Look at that, tiny down there. So I'm just not gonna mute the watch because it's gonna be pretty boring video if I mute it. Not gonna produce any stuff at all. So press mode now. We'll go to LT, stand for the light duration, afterglow duration, that is. So right now is at 3.0 seconds. Press the search button to go 1.5 seconds. To save battery, in my case, let's proceed with 3.0 seconds instead, because I love playing around with the LED in high brightness that this model have. Press mode. We'll go back to the city home setting, and I believe we are done over here. Press adjust and to finish with the watch set up. Now, if you want to set the hours, the minutes, or the seconds hand, or even the sub dial to match with this digital hands, to match with the digital display, just in case both of this aren't synchronizing at all you need to do is perform the hand adjust setting. Press adjust again. Instead of releasing it, keep pressing it, keep holding it, and it will appear. This guy H set will appear, and now the seconds hand will move to 12 o'clock position. We could set this thing up, of course, manually every second, so make sure this part is matched with this 00 over there. Press mode. Now it's the time to set the hours and also the minutes and as well. And make sure that both of this is will stop moving at 12 o'clock index, of course. If it continue moving, if like misaligned somewhere around here or there, you need to set that up as well using this reverse or forward button as well. So you kind of need to wait a little bit until it finish moving, because I don't think they have much motors to operate all those hands in there. So the hours hand needs to depend on the minutes hand. So the minutes hand is moving pretty slowly, unlike a master of G model like this, gonna move pretty fast on its own separately. So it's gonna be way more quicker to set a higher end model compared to this one. But look at that, so far it's already accurate enough. Just in case you want to set it up, you could do so as well by pressing the search button over here, and it will move on its own. Press this reverse to reverse it back, of course. Just need to wait and stop. Now I need to manually move it. The minutes hand actually will move on its own every 10 seconds after this seconds hand, of course. Press mode now. Now you're also able to set the dial down here. Just in case the hand didn't show into the right mode, you can set it up, of course, over here. Such as if this part is misaligned over there, whenever you swap between mode, the hands won't be pointing to the right indicator, even though the mode indicated on this digital display is gonna be different. Right, let me reverse it back. This part's pretty tricky because I couldn't see any indicator at all to see if this part is perfectly aligned or not. But anyway, this I think it's just good enough right now. Press adjust and everything will fall back into place. Should point where it should be pointing, and of course press this just over here to see the time. 15:15. It should point to somewhere around here actually. Alright, without waiting anymore, let's go with the first mode that this watch have, and that is WT. Press it once, and there it is, DEN, and wait a little bit, it will display Denver time. Right now it's at 2315 hours. I could just press the search button only. Actually, if you press the light button, it will close the light. So you need to cycle all the way through if you want to search for any specific city for that you want to check the time, of course. So Wawati Rio de Janeiro right now is at 3:16 as well. Surprisingly similar. How about let's go to Paris. Paris should be at 7:16 in the morning, so 7:16 hour. If you want to swap time, of course, you could do that as well on this watch. The analog hands right now are pointing to Tokyo time. The digital display are displaying Paris time. If you want to swap both of these, you could do so pressing the light and also the adjust button at the same time, and there it is, it will swap time. The digital display right now is displaying Tokyo time, and the analog hands will display the Paris time. If I'm not mistaken, you could swap it back if you want to do so by pressing both of these after the hands already stop moving, so you need to wait a little bit, of course. And by doing this type of thing, it will automatically set the home time that you just set up just now to Paris as well. So make sure you swap it back to original setting to make sure that you are reading the correct time at all the time, of course. Press both this back, and of course we need to wait it to go all the way around here to 3 instead of moving all the way which is closer. Somehow the watch decided to move all the way around here, so it's gonna take plenty of time. Luckily we could just press mode and just proceed with the next function, which is the stopwatch. This guy don't have any count in timer, any flash synchronization at all in here, so this will be just a basic chronograph or stopwatch. Press this search button to start right away. This part is pretty much basic. You could of course use the light button. This is not the split button actually, but the hand is still moving, so you cannot operate the light button for some reason. Press adjust to split time, of course, and there it is. Split off, split again. Second place time display, which is there it is, 16. Start this again, stop and reset the stopwatch, and that's pretty much it. They have a range all the way to 24-hour stopwatch and 1/100 milliseconds precision, so that's pretty nice thing as well. Even though that tiny digital number over there gonna be really tiny and very hard to see, and as you are using the function as well, you can see that the graphics animations will move faster, synchronizing with this milliseconds over there. Actually, stop and reset it. Press mode will go to TMR, stand for timer, but you couldn't see, of course. Right now it's already been set up to a minute. You could only set it up to every minute only, so that's that. You cannot set any specific hours at all. It have a range all the way to 60 minutes only, so let's just move on with 1 minute. Press adjust and start the countdown timer on this watch. So I'm gonna leave it right now so you guys can see how it goes actually. And it will only beep when the time runs out, no sort of alert for the last seconds and such, and that's pretty much it. Very simple function. It will beep for about 10 seconds, and yeah, I already stopped beeping now. Press mode, we'll go to the next mode, which is the alarm. So we are now at snooze alarm. Press adjust up here to turn that on. Now you can see that snooze and alarm will be turned on as indicated in this tiny display up there. Press adjust and hold it to begin with the snooze alarm setup. You can set the hours and the minutes only. You cannot set any specific dates at all that if you want to do so. This will be a daily alarm only. So let's leave this thing on, of course, at midnight. Press the search button to go to the signal. Let's leave signal on as well. A tiny on will appear up there. Look at that, very nice thing. And of course you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 snooze next signal. Done on this alarm mode, very quick and easy actually. Press mode, we will go back to time. This watch also have a quick back return to home time function as well, just in case you are a stopwatch and you want to return back to home time right away. Instead of going through all these functions, you could just press mode and hold it instead, and it will return back to home time right away. There is tiny little things that you could do with this watch as well actually. And I believe I already covered all the things. Now before I end this video, let me show you guys the test screen for this very watch. Press 1, 2, 3 button at the same time to operate it, and there it is. So here is all the things that you guys should be able to see on this piece. There it is. So you can see LT, I already covered that. I already covered this mute logo, PM, DST, and all this indicator up here. And yeah, seems like we didn't miss anything at all. 5302, some code E003, and that's done. If I press this mode adjust and light, we could see the tilting as well. Since this guy have auto light, it should have a tilt touch screen. So just tilt the watch. 8000 number which should appear if I'm not mistaken. There it is. We have some square logo should appear. There it is. When that appears, you know the way that the sensor in there is actually working. And if the watch still didn't glow, it's gonna means that the battery almost runs out or such. And also, if the battery almost running out, there will be an indicator on this down here. Instead of displaying date, it will display an empty battery. So that's how you know the watch is running low. The watch battery is running low. Since this guy don't have any top solar or wave sector or top movement at all in here, you need to of course swap the battery. You cannot charge it, and there's the downside of this GST as well, even though it costs a lot. I think I already covered all the things that you guys should know on this very model. I hope I didn't miss anything, and if I do, comment down below and let me know, and share with everyone as well. And that's all guys. I hope you guys found this video useful, informative, and entertaining as well. For your future reference, go check my other video about this GST G-Shock model as well. I'll make quite a few of them actually, so go have a look at them. And thank you very much for your support. So leave a like to show that support as well. Thank you very much for watching. This is G-Shock High Fashion channel, and
I'm painting